All right, welcome back. It's 9 minutes before we say goodbye here on Morning Live. Now, the Baxter's annual Zabalaza Theatre Festival is back and will be taking place from the 10th to the 17th of March. Now, in its 8th year, the Zabalaza Theatre Festival will kick off with the newly imagined Family Carnival Weekend. The festival brings together and has also bridged the gap between new theatre makers and some established theatre makers by giving them opportunities in a professional space. The main festival will include about 28 productions, continuing its mission of creating further and ongoing developmental opportunities for the young artists. But to tell us more about the festival, we're joined by Fahim Steleboom, who is the marketing manager at the Baxter Theatre, and he joins us now from our studios in Sea Point. Good morning to you, Fahim. Thank you so much for coming through.
Good morning. Yes, no, it's a pleasure to be here, I have to say. I've been up all night with a bit of a tummy bug, but here I am. They've had to do extra makeup so that I can look good for you this morning. So I'm trying very hard.
Yeah, well, thanks. We're very delighted to have you.
And feel good, of course.
Feel good as well.
Well, it's always lovely to talk about Zabalaza. That always makes me feel so much better, yes.
It certainly is, because it actually comes a long way. When the concept first started many years ago, your focus really was on 3 Gs. That's what you called it. Give, gain, and grow. Has it given? Has it gained? Has it grown over the years?
Absolutely. I can say with such confidence and conviction that Zabalaza is probably the premier event of its kind in the country. When we changed the whole face and the whole image of Zabalaza 8 years ago, the idea was not only to sort of bring communities into the theatre, but also to go to the communities. And that was how we started and are still continuing Zabalaza, in that our facilitators and certainly our Zabalaza staff all year round will visit organizations, will visit theatre groups, will visit young theatre makers throughout the Western Cape and sometimes even outside of the Western Cape, and see what work is being done and are able to assist. They support, they give a lot of help during the year. And then, of course, we end up, as we did this year in February, we have the mini festivals where they invite various productions and various companies and various schools and organizations that exist within the communities. They invite them to take part of become part of the mini festivals, which we had in February. We had them over 2 weekends in Khayelitsha, in Delft, in Athlone and in Mitchells Plain. So we sort of in Langa. So we really make an effort to be able to understand what happens on the ground for the artists and how we're able to assist them throughout the year as we kind of prepare them for the festival, which takes place, as you said, from next weekend for 1 week.
Yeah, and it certainly is doing very well indeed in terms of talent development, because we've seen some actors and actresses audition for some cameo roles in Sievenderland, for example.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this has been one of the additions that we've had before. Every year we look at doing something new. Every year we look at introducing something that's innovative or exciting that involves an opportunity for the young theatre makers. Very excited to say that this year, particularly, we are looking at our various platforms. At one of them, we have again the Department of Cultural Affairs and Sport. The best of their festivals are part of the weekend that we have. And then we also have an after-school game changer, which is a new one that we are adding this year, where schools are being able to present their works, and they've been kept after school to be able to give them alternative to life rather than choosing crime and drugs. There's drama that exists in these schools, so they will be doing some of their works. And what is for us particularly exciting and new is the platform for special talent, where we've identified 5 theatre makers who already have made names for themselves, and these 5 are able to present work. It's Kumaso Patela, there's Bulelani Mabuchiana, and there's Tandum Zembe. So really wonderful to have these artists go into the position of director and writer of new works. They're part of the festival. So every year there's something new. The Family Carnival Weekend, for example, will have jumping castles. We will have face painting for the children. We have 13 strong comedians will be performing in isiXhosa comedy, comedians from the Western Cape, led by Sia Seya, and all over the country. So every year there's a whole, I mean, I can sit here and literally rattle off all the wonderful additions that every year. And of course, this year we have our Zabalaza Challenge, which is 30 Rand, and members of the public are able to go. They can go to our website, but our CEO, Lara Foot, has challenged members of the public and business to buy tickets if you can't be there yourself and you don't want to use the tickets yourself at just 30 Rand. You buy tickets and we will distribute those to schools and to learners and to young theatre makers.
Well, incredible stuff indeed, Fahim. Well, we have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for coming through, and all the best with the festival.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Well, that was Fahim Stellenboom talking to us about the Zabalaza Theatre Festival, which will take place at the Baxter Theatre in Cape Town from the 10th to the 17th of March, as we said. That, of course, it brings us to the end of today's edition of